Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and make sense of all things AI.
And today we have a lot to unpack. Buckle up, learner, because we're diving headfirst into a torrent of recent AI news.
Exactly. New models, breakthroughs, applications. It's a lot to keep track of.
That's why we're here, to synthesize it all for you, explain what's important, and hopefully get you as excited as we are about the potential impact.
Let's jump right in, starting with, well, the heart of it all, the models themselves.
Right, the engine's driving all this progress.
OpenAI, they just rolled out a new image generation model, now integrated right into ChatGPT as part of GPT-4o.
Big news, particularly because they're saying it's a significant improvement, a real step change.
Especially in terms of how well it handles text within images. Plus, they've loosened up on the content restrictions, too.
Which is interesting. It's becoming a bit of a theme, this push for more flexibility and less, well, censorship in what these models can generate.
And here's the thing. This enhanced image generation isn't just for the paid users. It's available to everyone, even those using the free version of ChatGPT.
That's a really interesting point, making this level of sophistication available across the board.
Definitely something to consider in terms of the broader impact.
Absolutely. Puts a powerful tool in the hands of a lot more people.
Now, on the Google front, we have the announcement of Gemini 2.5 Pro.
Which, of course, Google is touting as their smartest AI model yet, naturally.
It's reportedly topping the El Marino leaderboard right now. And for those not familiar, that's like the benchmark, the measuring stick for comparing all these large language models.
And what's interesting here is that Google is specifically highlighting gains in reasoning, that ability to think through problems logically, and in coding skills.
So, reading between the lines, it seems they're aiming squarely at the competition, those other leading models out there.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. And this focus on enhancing reasoning, that's crucial.
Why is that?
Well, think about it. For AI to tackle those really complex tasks we're all hoping for, the ones that involve nuanced understanding and problem solving, those reasoning skills are absolutely essential.
Right. And speaking of competition, it's not just a two-horse race, is it?
Not at all.
We've got Baidu in the mix, too. They just released 2 new versions of their Ernie model.
Ernie X1 and Ernie 4.5. And guess what they're emphasizing, too?
Reasoning.
Right. Exactly. But also something called multimodal understanding.
Now, for our listeners who might not be familiar with that term.
Multimodal understanding essentially means that the AI can process different types of data together.
Like text, images, audio, all at once.
Yeah. So it's not just about understanding words or just images. It's about integrating those different modalities into a more holistic understanding.
So basically, AI that can perceive and interact with the world in a more human-like way.
Precisely. And that's a big deal. It opens up a whole new realm of potential applications.
And of course, we can't forget about DeepSeek. They've also pushed out a significant upgrade for their V3 AI model. So it's really a global race right now.
It definitely is. And it's moving fast, which makes it even more exciting, but also, I think, important to step back and consider the implications of all this rapid progress.
Agreed. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about how these advancements in the AI models themselves are actually being put to use in the real world.
Yeah, let's get practical.
Let's start with semiconductors. The chips that power all this technology. There's an interesting partnership brewing between Rapidus and Quest Global.
They're teaming up to develop these 2-nanometer AI chip solutions. Now, that 2-nanometer, that refers to the size of the transistors on those chips. The smaller, the better.
Right. It allows them to pack more power and efficiency into the same space. Basically, it's all about creating specialized hardware that can handle the incredible demands of running these advanced AI models.
And this is critical. Without the right hardware, the software advancements are basically useless. It's like having a powerful engine but no car to put it in.
Perfect analogy. Now, shifting to industrial automation. We have a Taiwanese startup called MedAI, and they're planning to debut their AI-powered controller simulator at NVIDIA's big GTC conference in 2025.
Their focus is on bridging the gap between operational technology, that's the systems controlling industrial equipment, and information technology, the computing systems.
So it's about using AI and simulation to streamline and improve the whole process of designing and implementing industrial automation.
Exactly. It's about creating a more efficient and adaptable industrial landscape.
Now, online safety. This is a big one, especially with all the concerns around children's online experiences these days.
Yeah, for sure. And we're seeing some promising developments here.
Aura, for example, they've launched a suite of new AI-powered tools specifically designed to help parents protect their kids online.
Really important work. And it was highlighted recently by Jeffrey Katzenberg, the Hollywood guy, and Hari Ravichandran.
It seems like they're really trying to get the word out about the importance of this issue.
Yeah, and we're seeing it in the AI development space too. Character AI is also adding parental supervision features specifically designed with teen safety in mind.
So it seems like there's a growing recognition of the need to address these challenges, which is encouraging.
Absolutely. And it makes sense, right? As AI becomes more prevalent online, using AI to counter some of the potential harms, especially for younger users, is a logical and responsible step.
Now, healthcare. AI is making a huge impact here. From streamlining administrative tasks to enhancing patient care, even addressing staffing shortages.
It's really touching on almost every aspect of the healthcare system.
We're seeing AI-powered assistants, monitoring systems, diagnostic tools, you name it. One particularly interesting development is this thing called Text Agent,
It's an AI agent that can actually generate evidence-based treatment recommendations.
using multi-step reasoning and integrating with real-time biomedical information.
It's pretty incredible when you think about it, and it really highlights the potential for AI to truly augment the capabilities of healthcare professionals.
Right. Not to replace doctors and nurses, but to give them better tools and information to make more informed decisions.
Exactly. And of course, human expertise and oversight will always remain essential in this field. It's about collaboration, not replacement.
Now, transportation. Another area ripe for disruption, or at least significant enhancement.
For sure. And we're seeing some exciting innovations here too.
The Australian Catholic University, they've developed a really promising AI camera technology that they believe could lead to more affordable self-driving cars.
With faster reaction times and 3D vision capabilities, which are of course essential for safe and reliable autonomous navigation.
And then there's this fascinating study from Vanderbilt University. They used reinforcement learning, which is a type of AI training method, to smooth traffic flow on a highway using a fleet of 100 autonomous vehicles.
And they actually demonstrated some impressive results in terms of potential energy savings. So it's not just about individual vehicles, it's about optimizing the entire system.
Exactly. And that brings us to smart cities. AI is being used to improve urban flow, making cities safer and hopefully more sustainable.
It's a really broad area of application, from managing traffic to optimizing resource allocation, even enhancing public safety.
And there are a lot of challenges to tackle in our increasingly urbanized world, so the potential for AI to contribute here is huge.
Definitely. But it also raises some important questions about privacy, security, and responsible implementation, so those need to be addressed carefully.
Absolutely. Now, let's not forget about the world of media and entertainment.
Oh yeah, AI is making waves there too.
A Swedish science fiction film, Watch the Skies, is going to be screened in the U.S. with AI-powered English dubbing that's supposed to be incredibly accurate, perfectly matched to the actor's lip movements.
It's a big step forward for international film distribution and making content more accessible to a global audience.
And of course, we already talked about OpenAI's improved image generator. That's having a big impact on how visuals are created for all sorts of purposes.
Absolutely. From marketing materials to educational content, even creative art, the possibilities are pretty limitless.
Now, retail. It's all about staying competitive, and AI is playing a key role there too.
No doubt. Zaxby's, for instance, they're deploying these Berry AI camera timers across their U.S. locations.
Basically, AI to help speed up their drive-through operations. And it's not just them. A recent Salesforce report indicated that something like 75% of retailers believe AI agents will be absolutely essential for competing within the next year.
That's a pretty striking statistic. So whether it's behind the scenes, optimizing logistics, or on the front lines interacting with customers, AI is becoming an integral part of the retail landscape.
Speaking of essential, let's talk about security.
Another critical area.
It seems like AI is being used both defensively and offensively in the cybersecurity world.
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword, but on the defensive side, we're seeing some really promising tools.
Microsoft, for example, their security copilot is getting all these new AI agents that can automate a lot of the routine tasks for security professionals,
Freeing them up to focus on the more complex and strategic stuff.
And there's a company called Styx Intelligence that just raised $2.7 million to expand their AI-powered digital risk protection services.
So clearly, there's a growing market for these AI-powered security solutions.
And then there's Cloudflare. They've launched AI Labyrinth. It's a free tool designed to deter AI bots from scraping sensitive data.
So it's like AI fighting AI, which is kind of fascinating.
It is. Now, last but certainly not least, let's talk about education and professional development.
Yeah, how are we preparing for this AI-driven future?
It seems like there's a growing consensus that basic AI literacy is going to be essential.
Absolutely. It's no longer a niche skill. It's a fundamental requirement.
And experts are urging universities to integrate more hands-on AI labs into their curricula.
Yeah, it's not just about the theory anymore. It's about practical application.
Another interesting trend. AI is changing the focus of data analytics. It's moving towards what's called prescriptive insights.
So it's not just about describing what happened in the past. It's about using AI to tell us what actions to take in the future.
Which is pretty powerful stuff.
It is. And on a related note, it seems like entry-level data analyst roles, those are actually facing automation themselves.
So while AI is creating new jobs, it's also potentially displacing some existing ones.
Exactly, which makes it even more important to focus on those higher-level skills.
Like what?
Well, a solid understanding of AI, of course, but also things like prompt engineering.
That's about how to effectively communicate with AI systems to get the results you want.
Right. And then there's data storytelling, the ability to take those data-driven insights and present them in a compelling and understandable way.
So communication skills, critical thinking, problem solving, those are becoming even more valuable in this AI-driven world.
I think that's a great takeaway. It's not just about learning to code. It's about developing those uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate.
Absolutely. So learner, that was a whirlwind tour of the most significant AI developments right now.
It's a lot to take in, but hopefully it gives you a sense of just how rapidly this field is evolving and the wide-ranging impact it's having.
We covered a lot of ground, from new AI models and their capabilities to their applications across a really diverse range of sectors.
And we just scratched the surface. There's so much happening right now. It's truly an exciting time to be following this space.
Definitely. So, learner, as you continue to explore and learn about AI, what development has piqued your interest the most? What are you most eager to see unfold in the future?
That's a great question to ponder. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive. Until next time, stay curious.